This video is sponsored by this apple. Welcome to the channel. My name's Timmy Smalls, and in this video I'm going to give you 5 reasons why I believe the Canon 5D Mark III should be your first camera if you're just getting into photography. So the Canon 5D Mark III was released in 2012, which makes this a 13-year-old camera in 2025. And I think the Canon 5D Mark III will go down in history as one of the most classic and just one of the most useful cameras that's ever been released. So when this came out in 2012, I think every wedding photographer that wasn't shooting Nikon bought 2 of these and absolutely beat the hell out of them, just like I did. Now, I sold all my Canon gear just recently, but I kept my 5D Mark III. Why did I keep that? Well, not because I love it, not because it's a great bloody camera, because mine's beat to hell. And as you can sort of see, you can't even change it from manual. The mode selector dial does not even work. It's beat to hell underneath. It's had a hard life, and I just didn't think it was worth much. So I kept it, and it's given me a bit of inspiration to maybe go out and buy, you know, a 50mm 1.4 and just have it there just for family photos, just for walking around, because it is a great camera. It's the jack of all trades camera. It's a camera that I think you could take into 99% of photography assignments and just come away with fantastic photographs in any scenarios. It's a camera that doesn't let you down, and it's a camera that doesn't stop you from creating amazing images. And that's why I believe it should be your first camera. So let's get into the 5 reasons. So the first reason why I think this should be your first camera is the full frame sensor. So even though it is a 12-year-old camera, it's still got a 22.3 megapixel sensor, and it still offers amazing image quality. So, you know, a lot of the newer Canon cameras now, like the R6, they're still about the 24 megapixels. So you're not losing out on resolution when you step into a Canon 5D Mark III. And so, you know, you can experiment with low light shooting with these cameras. Nothing is going to hold you back. So the second reason why I think this should be your first camera is because of the autofocus. This is a bloody great autofocus system because it was shared. It's pretty much the same autofocus, maybe a few differences, to the flagship 1DX at the time. So you could absolutely use this for any type of moving sort of fast photography. Yes, it doesn't have the frame rate like the 1DX. It has, I think, about 7 frames a second. So listen to this. This is at full bore. I think that's pretty good for a 12-year-old camera that wasn't a sports camera at the time, even though it had similar autofocus. So the autofocus, I think, is one of the strongest points of the 5D Mark III, and it was a massive upgrade from the 5D Mark IV, where it just had that sort of triangular array of focus points. Now with this one, you've got, I think, 61 points. You can move around, use a single point focus, or some of the more automated modes, which I never really got into, but the autofocus never let me down shooting in a wide range of lighting environments, such as dim churches, wedding receptions where there wasn't much light. It wasn't perfect, but still a very solid autofocus, even by today's standards. So let's talk about the third reason why I think you should buy it, because if you bought a fairly good condition 5D Mark III, I think it would last you a lifetime. It is so durable. Mine, I've beaten to hell, and it still goes. There's nothing wrong with it. Yeah, okay, maybe the little mode selector dial, get some light, could have stayed on, but it didn't. But other than that, screen still works perfectly. All the buttons still work perfectly. Nothing's stopping me from creating amazing photographs with this bloody good beast. So the fourth reason is the great low light performance. When the Canon 5D Mark III was released, it was praised for its low light performance. So I had no problems in using this 1600, ISO 3200, and some cases 6400, and especially with today's software, you can really remove a lot of that grain if you don't enjoy it. But I would deliver images for my weddings at around 12,800 sometimes. Even though they were grainy, I got the moment. And so that's what I really enjoyed about this. I could push it and still retain great image quality. And since, this is reason number 5, since we are living in the golden age of photography, and now the DSLRs are kind of this ancient breed of camera, it now allows us to buy really cheap EF lenses compared to what they used to be when the RF mirrorless system was not around. So I think I was looking on Facebook Marketplace, you could pick up a Canon 5D Mark III for around 450 Australian dollars to 600, possibly even cheaper if you look a bit harder. And then you can get a wide range of cheap L series Canon lenses. So you pick up one of these for 500 and match it with a 16 to 35 f4 for under $1,000. You're going to have a fantastic landscape photography camera, and it's something that you can really grow into, and it's never going to stop you from learning, and it's never going to stop you from creating just great, compelling photographs. So, and the price point, it's just undeniable. I mean, you could step into some of the cheaper mirrorless systems, and I'm just going to give you an extra bonus point of why I think you should buy this as your first camera. Optical bloody viewfinders. I still love an optical viewfinder. I love looking through that the mirror and seeing the world as it is. It's kind of like this mini film, like it's like you're shooting film. It's like you're seeing the world and then you don't know what you're going to get, and you look down, you're like, ooh, or you look down, you're like, holy shit, that was a crap photo. So I really love looking through an optical viewfinder. And for the vast majority of photography's history, since the late 1800s into the early 1900s, everyone has been looking through an optical viewfinder up until probably the last 10 years. So it's been a massive part of photography, and I still enjoy it. And I think if you're getting into photography, I think it's important to maybe use some of these older cameras without all the modern delights we have when it comes to camera technology. So all in all, I think it's just a ripper camera, and I'm going to pick up a Canon 50mm 1.4 just to slap on here, a couple of $100. And another thing, before we go, is the shutter, the quiet shutter. So I'm going to change it to the quiet shutter, and I used to use this shooting in quiet weddings. Ready? Now let's go to the loud one. Bloody good. So yeah, if you're in the market for your first camera, definitely check out this puppy, because it offers a lot and it ain't that much money. Anyway, if you liked today's content, please give me a subscribe, maybe a thumbs up, or a comment. Let me know what you think is a great beginner camera. It doesn't have to be this, but for people watching, you could give them something else to look at. So thanks for watching. My name's Timmy, and we'll catch you on the next one.